Neighbors got to start combining corn one of these days. But hey, look on the plus side. At least it's not 40 degrees today, right? Let's go have an adventure, shall we? Morning. Welcome to Monday. Much better. You know the routine. It's Monday morning. We're not in a big hurry. So, I'm going to go find some breakfast. So, spent the weekend down in Oklahoma City. Kids had a taekwondo competition they were in. It's always an interesting time. There's some pretty cool stuff some kids can do. And then watching the little kids try and do sparring is absolutely hilarious. When you get like 5-year-olds out there just kicking and throwing arms, you can't help but laugh. But I came to the conclusion, Oklahoma is just, it's not for me. Don't get me wrong, the people are great. Everyone's super nice. Everywhere we stop, you know, people are awesome. But there's so much nothing. So the way we go, basically we drop into the panhandle out of Kansas and then kind of cut diagonal over to Oklahoma City. It's like 5 hours of driving in Oklahoma-ish. And there is nothing to look at. Nothing. Just grass. And every once in a while, you'll come across a spot where they're trying to farm. But it'll be like a mile and then you're back into grass. There's no farm ground to look at. It's so miserable. And then for me, contrasting that with Southwest Kansas, kind of the liberal Ulysses, Garden City area. Sorry, I got a hiccup stuck. It is nothing but silage and corn being combined and cotton defoliation. Oh, I was in heaven. Joke Kayla, I go, I could just sit here and drive around here for 5 hours, no problem. She didn't think that was a good idea, though. We did, however, manage to make my daughter's dream come true and drop. We were staying in Norman, which Norman, Oklahoma City is the same thing. Well, Norman is the home of University of Oklahoma. If you don't know this, which I highly expect many of you to know this, they are really good at softball. My daughter's obsessed with softball. So we got down early enough Friday, we went down to the university, went and walked around the stadium a little bit. It's impressive. And then, as we were kind of zigzagging our way out of campus, went by the football stadium. Now, I went to school at Colorado State. We're in the Mountain West. We're playing Pee-wee football compared to the real Division I teams. I understand that. But holy crap, was that stadium huge. Yeah, this makes Colorado State Stadium seem a little small. Good God. Yeah. Oh, and random side note, there is lots of scenery to look at around Norman. But that was really the only place in Oklahoma there was scenery to look at. So, while I was off screwing around in Oklahoma, what exactly did they get done around here? Well, first of all, they got a lot more groundwork. Cam got a ton of wheat planted. it's basically all been irrigated now. And good old Chuck, he's still just chugging along, picking sunflowers. He's about done, actually. He's got a little bit to go by the tuna's house to wrap up that field. Apparently he burned off a belt. Ooh, don't say burnt and sunflowers in the same sense. He actually lit his combine on fire, I guess, a week ago. Well, not really fire. It was starting to smolder. Guess he could smell it. Went to a neighbor's house, ran some water on it, and then just took the entire next day off to clean it. I do not envy combining sunflowers. That seems miserable. I think, though, I'd rather combine sunflowers as opposed to chop feed. Anyways, we're getting distracted. He's got to finish the field by the tunas, which is only like 20, 25 acres. He's 3/4 done. And then we've got a half pivot, so another 60 acres. And then our sunflowers will be 100% finished. We'll have a couple of half pivots to help truck for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically 2 full pivots worth of sunflowers that we'll still haul for him because that was part of the deal. He combines them, we're hauling them. Yeah, right now though we're gonna head to the shop, see what the plan is, because I know we got to rake hay, but it's gonna be a couple hours yet. It's a little wet this morning. Well, after an hour-long powwow, we finally got us a plan. We got guys going in 4 different directions. I don't know who sat in here last, but they're way too small. So I'm going to go get another load of seed for Cameron. He's going to go get started planting. We've got, I don't know what it plants, between 70 and 80 acres. Each quarter on that pivot's a little bit different. It's our big pivot. He's got a quarter circle there, 70 or 80 acres plus 30 on another pivot that I got to get worked when I come back. Glenn, as you seen a minute ago, was on the mower in front of me. Well, I guess I didn't point that out. That mower that was in front of me was Glenn. He was going to clean up some edges so I can chop up the weeds when I go work the one field. Cameron's planting. Bart's getting ready to go rake. Hector and Hector are messing with some cattle stuff and then going to start grinding. Aaron, irrigation water. I think that's everyone. And Tuna's just doing tuna things. Ready, break. Seed is loaded. Head to home. There is a lot of forage sorghum down here to chop, and I am so glad we aren't the ones having to do it. Don't get me wrong, sorghum, when it's that good, it usually cuts really easy. Usually. But just the way harvest has gone this year, especially for me with the whole chopper 2 weeks ago, I'm ready for it to be over. We're all burnt out, which is weird because it was a fraction of a normal harvest, but everyone's tempers are super short. Everyone's just ready for it to be done and over with. Not much more to say than that. So this fall, when I kept talking about the 2 pits we had to haul to down here, so that ridge line out there, I don't know if you can see the trees and stuff. I can actually see the top of the pile. That's one of the pits. And then the other one, I can see the grain leg down there through the trees. That's where everything was getting hauled to. So when I say a 30-mile haul, I meant a 30-mile haul because it's 12 miles straight this way just to get over to our area, plus a couple miles up. So then when you add all that in, it's a long ways down here. And then everything kind of right through here that I was just talking about also goes to those pits as well. So we're just adding in a little bit where the majority is coming from down here. Hey, Kenny must be feeling pretty good today. Digging ponds. Depending on the farm, because they each get a different amount of sand based on the ditch, there's a lot of factors into it, but them sediment ponds get dug out anywhere from about 2 to 5 times a year. That's one of them that's got to get dug out like 5 times a year. Be why I've got the giant pile of sand right next to the pond. Oh man. Load of seed delivered. Cameron's just getting started. This will keep him going for another 180 acres. So probably more than we'll do in the next couple of days. We've got a plan and we'll use all this seed and probably then a little bit more, but right now this will be more than he needs. I'm over here, water is just showing up. Make sure it gets going where it's supposed to. Alright. Water has made it. I'll double check the ditch, make sure it's all clean. Because this is what Glenn's been mowing on. He's down there at the bottom now. Just double check, make sure everything's good to go. Go check the other one. Got to that one, just started to make a mess. That was a big bee. Let's go check the bottom one. That's a heck of an air pocket. That's the pipeline I was just cleaning up there. That's where it comes out. I can hear it coming. It's just air. That box is completely sealed off, so whenever you finally get the water to go, it's going to all go at once in a mess. There we go. Now the chocolate milk is flowing. Now you see why we have trouble with screens and filters. And so that pipe there is where the water will come out from that little pipeline there. We need to do some dirt work around here so we can mow it and spray it better, but ignore the mess. Important part is we got water. No water's here yet. It takes a little while to come this last mile before it gets to this drop. So we're out of here. Glenn was headed home with the mower. He's going to come back through all this anyways. These are 2 of the farms, or the 2 farms he takes care of when it comes to water. So he'll come back through, check them throughout the day. We're on to the next project. Bye, Cam! Have fun! Gotta pretend to be a super trucker here for 10 minutes to get this in place. Whoa! I was nervous! You know, real super truckers drive around chewing on that toothpick, keep them going. Me? I chew on the popsicle. Taxi's here. I don't know about you guys, but I think I overpay for this taxi ride. Find out if she watches these videos, because she'll kill me for that comment. Okay, had a nice burger for lunch. Go get the next field ready for Cam. We're missing a tire. I'm kidding, I already knew about it. They had one. It might be this guy here on the outside. One on the center frame. The tire started cracking and bulging real bad. Bart was pretty nervous about it. He goes, I let all the air out of it before I touched it. Because he goes, it looked like it was going to explode. But he goes, it took him like half an hour to dig all the dirt out and get them nuts off to get that tire off of there. Yeah, I don't think there's a great way to hold them, because if you do it sideways, you're going to put a lot of stress and it'll eventually fall off, because something on the framework I'm sure will crack. So the best way to hold it is upright, which just means it's a giant bowl for collecting dirt. Anyway, would you quit distracting me? We got things to do. False start, change plans. Just got a phone call from the actual boss. I gotta go write another check for cattle. Apparently, 1 arm and 1 leg isn't enough for a pen of cattle. I gotta go give up 2 arms and 1 leg. Finally made it over here. Cameron went to lunch so I could get this field done. We're finally rolling. Let's throw the drone up in the air, see what we can see. What do you mean it's too windy for the drone? It's not that windy. 20 mile an hour is not that windy. Alright, well, just throw up some old drone footage. They'll never know. What do you mean the camera's on? Why didn't you tell me the camera's on before we started having this argument? Why am I arguing with the corner post on the tractor? You can tell we had some hail come through. Glenn just fired up the pivot, and I'm counting 5 goosenecks leaking really bad. One looks like it's damn near broke all the way off. I don't know if you guys can see that water shooting up over there. Huh? He'll have something to do, I guess, now whenever it gets to the stock. Bring the bucket truck over. It's starting to feel like this farm has got a little bit of a curse on it, because every time it rains, he's got a handful of goosenecks to fix to where this will probably be the 4th time this summer. When it gets to the lane road, we'll make it auto shut down when it wants to go the other direction, so he can come through and fix everything that's broken. I know he's done it multiple times this year. Alright, that project's done. Let's go to the shop, see what we got now. Here goes a baler. Where the hell is he going? Chuck's rolling right along in our weedy mess. But that right there is our last 60 acres of sunflowers. Being a silage guy, it's hard to watch a head be 4 foot off the ground. It seems like something's wrong. Well, guys, I was trying to get some more footage to kind of round out the day, but it all just kind of went to hell. So here we are. Time to call it a day. I grabbed a few beers from the shop. Got some frozen green chilies. Those will come in handy here in the next week or so. Broncos just kicked off, so it's time to call it a day. God, I hope we kill the Bengals. This year's not off to a good start as a Broncos fan. Anywho, I'm going inside, watch the game. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.